Hello everyone, and welcome to our first newsletter in Term 2. First up, I would like to congratulate all of you for your support in partnering us to support your young people to be ready for school for this term. Term 2, Take 2 has been a great success, and it's been wonderful to see the whole school together, coming together, creating a sense of belonging, setting the tone for this term. And they have done a great job with that, and I look forward to seeing our students stepping up and continuing the great work in making sure they're ready every day, wearing their uniform and having their gear ready and meeting our school expectations for that. Today in this segment for our newsletter, I really want to start talking to our families, parents and carers about part of our pedagogical framework, and it's a really strong theme that we're developing across our school this year, and it's about the self-regulation piece for our young people. We know as young people transition through high school, depending on their age and stage, this can vary. And so part of learning and part of our teaching and learning cycles at the Gap State High School is supporting our young people to develop their executive function and make really good decisions on how they can improve managing their own learning for themselves. So today I would like to reference our student planner. In our student planner, there's heaps of wonderful resources for your son, daughter, young person, and yourselves. So please feel free to refer to that when you might be struggling or wanting to be a really helpful mum or dad in supporting your young person to learn. On pages 30 and 31, there's information about how to manage your learning. So for a student, and this is pitched to the student, it outlines what they can do to help themselves. So if I can't get started is one of the examples. First up, what can I do on my own? And it gives them some directions around that. Reread the instructions, review the learning objective. Today have a look at the indicators of process, or I beg your pardon, progress. So every lesson, every day, teachers will be sharing those points with the students. So they're not sitting in a lesson thinking, why am I in this lesson? How does it relate to my learning? Alternatively, they can review any examples and resources that have been provided to them for their task. So that's at the really basic and the simplistic level. So at home, as a mum or a dad, if you've got a young person saying, I've got this homework or I've got this assignment, I just don't know what to do, it's so hard, I can't even put pen to paper, I would highly recommend coming and having a look at these 2 pages, because it gives you a language that will support you to have a conversation with your young person about it. These are the sorts of conversations teachers have every day with students in our school as well, and so it's familiar to them. At the other end of that one area, I can't get started with my learning. Secondly, what can a peer help me with? So there's guiding questions around, okay, if I can't work on that myself, I might ask the person beside me or someone in my cooperative learning group. Thirdly, if you've thought about it yourself and having no joy. Secondly, checking in with your peers, and that really hasn't helped you proceed. Thirdly, it's about what can I do with the teacher. So ask the teacher to explain what the task is asking for. I totally appreciate that teenagers aren't going to put their hand up and make a big scene in a room with all of their peers there. But part of this happens in the lesson when the teacher is walking around as students work independently. Put up their hand, call the teacher over. Ask the teacher to take them through a similar exemplar or a problem. Ask the teacher for help with getting started with the task. Teachers love it when students self-regulate, manage their own learning, and strive to get some support and help around this. They would rather they do that every day, every lesson, than sit there for 70 minutes, go home distressed or stressed, thinking they have no idea of what to do or how to start. So please take some time to check out your student's planner and access some of the materials in here that might help you to help motivate your young person to get started, especially at this time of term when they're probably going to start hearing about their assessment tasks and requirements for their units of work. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining me again for this newsletter, and I look forward to catching up with you in a fortnight's time.